This is a 36-inch Chinese metal brake. You can get these at Harbor Freight. I got this one on Craigslist pretty cheap. The first problem I had with it was there was too much flex right here. When I actually started to bend, this piece would, well, not this piece, but this piece here would flex about 3/8 of an inch. And the only thing supporting this is this thin piece of metal. So what I did was I just welded in some pieces of scrap that were on the floor of my shop into these corners, and that completely took that out, and that made it way stronger. And then you can see the other one over here. So that kept the apron from pushing down away from the metal. And then I flipped these around. They originally went back when I took it out of the box, which I didn't like. So there was that. And then on the back part, these had a problem where they were flexing in and letting this part here come back, and it wouldn't bend. So I just welded on these pieces of square tube, and these bolts go through, and I can tighten these up, and that'll keep it from moving back and moving in, which was what the problem was. Both sides have that, and they're tightened up. And then I needed a repeat stop for doing 90 degrees, so this is what I came up with. It's just a little piece of round bar welded on there and a threaded rod with some hose on it that I can adjust, and that's set up for 90 degrees. And then I'm going to build another one to put in so I have a 45. Here's the extra handle I added. The short handles are an absolute joke. I guess that's okay if it's on a bench, but it just didn't work for me. So I added this long handle with just a motorcycle grip on it. And I also put on a board down here so I can stand on it with one foot before you try to have to get both feet on both sides, or it would twist and would just be a nightmare. So that's pretty much everything I've done so far to it. And then when I switched these side to side, I figured out that these weren't threaded evenly into each part. Like, it only had like 2 threads threaded into one part, and it was about to strip out, and the other side actually did, so I had to take that apart. These adjuster nuts it comes with are completely useless and should just be thrown out. They're not even the right thread. And then it needs all of these adjustment points, which it has a few hidden in the bottom, tightened up. And after all that, it bends 12 gauge aluminum pretty nice. These are some boxes I'm making. You can see it does a nice clean edge. I mean, it does now. Here's one about to get welded up. Bent this one. So it works good. Here, I'll show you. Got a piece in here. I have some paper in here to keep it from getting scratched. I'll do it one foot, one hand. Hit my repeat stop. Throw my thing on the ground. Get a nice bend every time. But out of the box, it would not bend anything that it was rated to bend, and was useless. So hopefully this helps somebody out.